I'm staying home. So ground me.
Yeah, sometimes we wish we could do that, but it's just put on your protective gear and do what's right for patients.
Is the protective gear available now, doctor? I mean,
we don't have any more shortages. Thankfully, it's not like we're preserving and using N95 masks for weeks on end until the straps fall apart or anything like that, like we were doing, say, last or April of 2020 or so, when there was a run on everything.
Well, my heart definitely and prayers go out to you guys. I mean, everybody in the medical community. I mean, I have a choice not to do a lot of, the Zoom, even though from the office, but even then,
it's really, really hard. A lot of, with families and people being exposed and kids bringing things home from school, it's been really hard on a lot of parents and families, not just with the work we're doing, trying to keep everybody sick and figure out who needs to be isolated and who needs what treatment and to do what's right. It's been taking its toll on a lot of people.
Yes, there's definitely, that hypersaturation, I guess, so, I mean, even though that's not a chemical term per se, the supersaturation is, but, nonetheless, I think that everybody's out there. Well, hello, members league, how are you doing? I believe that you have quorum done, so, and it's, I think, close to 9 o'clock.
Okay, we can get started then.
Well, thank you very much. And good morning, everybody. That today is the regular meeting of the San Diego County Air Pollution Control District Hearing Board. And today is Thursday, January 27th, 2022. I will ask Madam Clerk, to call the roll.
Okay, Member Hurst.
Present.
Member Schlick.
Present.
Member Spencer.
Present.
And Member Rodriguez.
Present.
Okay.
Could you please continue with the swearing of the witnesses?
Yes. So
we have one more thing to do. I believe that is that the continuance of the teleconferencing, aspects of that. So go ahead.
Yes, so Member Rodriguez, we don't have to do that every meeting. So we already did that once for January. The next time you will have to do it is on February 24th. So also, just so everybody knows, the February 10th meeting has been adjourned because we did not receive any petitions for that meeting. And since we're only approving meeting minutes for this meeting, there won't really be too much on the agenda. So the chair decided to adjourn that meeting, and the next meeting will be February 24th, and that will be the next time that you will have to vote on that administrative item to continue the teleconferencing. And that would continue the teleconferencing through March if you were to vote yes.
Thank you so very much. No, so then I'll make a notation here in my personal notes, saying that it's only once a month.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. No, so thank you so very much. In this case, could you please proceed with the swearing of the witnesses?
There's a hand raised, Chair.
Hi, Emily.
Good morning. So was the teleconferencing on the agenda for today or no? No, okay.
No.
I just wanted to clarify. And then we voted on it. When was that? Was it last meeting?
Yes, last meeting. It's in the draft minutes that we're going to review today.
Oh, in that case, so the finding for teleconferencing needs to be made every 30 days. So I'm not sure we can adjourn the next meeting if we want to continue that.
So what about if we vote on it today then?
So it hasn't been noticed for today, so we can't vote on it today. We would have to have a meeting in 2 weeks and then vote on it then.
Okay.
Which one option, to prevent this from happening again, would be to just put it on the agenda every week or every meeting. That way, if we want to adjourn, we're covered from a previous meeting. But that's just something to keep in mind.
I think that's a very good strategy, so it's not every month, but rather every 30 days.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So if that is the case, then definitely, I mean, please Dawn, I mean, and Maurice, add that note to the agenda. And we can vote every single time. It's just a couple of minutes anyway, so, okay. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
That hasn't, since that was not known, the noticing for that meeting, I believe, has passed for the 10-day noticing. So are we able to still add that, Emily, with regard to the Brown Act, or would it have needed?
So the 10-day noticing has passed. You know, I think maybe Marvis and Dawn and I can discuss this further offline and find an appropriate remedy.
Okay. Also, just so you all know, today I think I let everybody know on this call, but today will be my last day clerking this meeting because I have accepted another job with the county department. So that'll have you and Emily and Marvis will have to discuss that because Marvis will be clerking the meetings going forward.
Thank you so very much. I have that noted, I noted, I mean, at the end of the meeting for you, Dawn. I mean, but we will definitely take time now to say thank you, you know, so certainly. So, okay, you know, so the action item definitely here, it is now that Marvis and Emily will definitely gather together and come up with a strategy. I mean, that to address, you know, the noticing, the teleconference noticing. And particularly, you know, with the boundaries, I know that the notice, I mean, had already gone out, you know, so let's actually work on that. And Emily, you know, if then, you know, for next meeting when we meet again, you know, let's actually make a reminder to all of us for the record of the frequency and how we're going to be addressing this going forward. So, so if you can actually do that, I will certainly appreciate it. So let's, that if that is the case, you know, so are there any questions on this topic? So Dawn, could you please, I mean, swear the witnesses.
Okay, are there any witnesses today? Since we don't have a petition, I don't know that we have to swear anybody in, but Marvis, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If we're just approving minutes, do we have to swear people in?
That's up to, I don't see any need to. Emily, do you feel that that's required?
If there are, if however, you know, we get comments not from the district, I mean,
Yeah, I think the reason why we have a couple of people from the district today is perhaps to address the issue that that the email about the Oceanside facility. So, you know, even though it's not a hearing matter, but it, you know, this is the hearing board, so maybe just to be safe, we should swear them in.
and more than likely they'll actually provide some testimony, I mean, on the notes as well, you know, so I mean, just to cover our basis, I think that is the best way to proceed, unless, I mean, otherwise noted, you know, by council.
No, we would agree. Anyone who will be speaking, providing testimony on the minutes should be sworn.
Okay, so anybody that's going to be providing comments on the meeting minutes or any other matters before this hearing board, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will be telling the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth during this meeting in your testimony?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
Thank you so very much, you know, so, and let's actually, you know, get on to the administrative item, you know, which is the approval of minute orders for January 13th of 2022. And sorry to have actually missed this one, I mean, but certainly it was very successful. Do we actually have any comments, I mean, on the minute orders here? You know, I mean, first of all, from the members of the board. No comments?
So for myself, I did increase the size so I could see. So I don't know if for the YouTube recording, if the person sharing could, you know, wants to increase the size, but yeah.
Is that better? Can you see it?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you.
Okay.
So no comments from the members of the board at this point in time. We actually had the opportunity to review this before this meeting. Are there any comments now from the APCD staff?
No comments from us. We're just here in case any questions come up.
Thank you, Dan. Well, I mean, if that is the case, so with no comments, I mean, from either the board members or, I mean, APCD staff, do we actually get a motion to accept? Or to approve in this case? No hands?
Is it okay if I make a motion to
Yeah.
accept, even though I was the one presiding? Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to motion to accept. I
Do we
don't
get-
see any corrections.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Do we get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Okay, Member Hurst,
Yes.
Member Rodriguez,
I will abstain.
Member Schlick,
Yes.
and Member Spencer.
Yes.
Okay, that vote passes with all members that are present voting aye. And so these meeting minutes will be finalized and posted online on the hearing board webpage on the APCD website.
Well, thank you so very much. Are there any other comments? I mean, or items that we should, that the members of the board want to include here in this meeting? I'm looking at all the squares, I mean, to see if there's a hand being raised. Any comments from the APCD staff?
No.
Well, no. If that is the case, I mean, certainly, I mean, done. As you indicated earlier, I mean, this is your last day, I guess, with the APCD. I'm so glad not to know, however, that you stay with the county, I mean, of San Diego in a different position. So I definitely wish you, I mean, very much success in your endeavors. I mean, that anybody else wants to, I mean, actually wish Don the best.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you, Chair Rodriguez. Yeah, it's been great getting to know all of you over the last few months. And I know that, this was completely brand new to me and I've learned a lot. So, I've worked for APCD since 2018 and this is my second role kind of. I had started out working here as that outreach coordinator. And so, yes, I will be staying with the county. So you can keep in touch with me and yes, I'm excited for my new endeavor. So thank you all. And like I said, I've learned a lot, like just being on this, helping to clerk this hearing board.
Well, thank you. I mean, I just love, to hear successful stories. I mean, so we appreciate, personally myself, because I interact a lot. I mean, all the support that you have given, definitely all the patience, I mean, in training me as well. I mean, in the new ways of working, I mean, as we actually call it, I mean, in corporate America, I guess. And certainly, I mean, you take a little bit of us, I mean, remember us, we're not going to go anywhere. So we're here to support you.
Yes. Oh, the last thing I want to say is that since this is my last day, I will be sending out all the calendars to the members that did request them. And then if anybody else would like a calendar, you can feel free to contact our front desk after today if you'd like one.
Well, I mean, my rays are coming back, I mean, to the front end, not the back end.
Hearing board for a little while until we fill Dawn's position, but I also want to publicly thank her for all of the assistance and the work that she's done over the past year. She really stepped in and helped me when I started with the district. I was kind of a one woman show for a while, holding both the hearing board and the governing board meetings. So she came in and has provided a lot of assistance, a lot of knowledge. And I really appreciate all of the work that she's done. I wish her the best. I know she'll do well wherever that she goes. But yes, you guys will be able to see my face for a little while, for the next couple of months. So it'll be fun. I do want to let you all know that your meetings are held on the same day as the governing board meetings. So I'm going to try to juggle that as best I can for the next couple of months. But hopefully we won't have to do any schedule changes. If so, I will let you know way in advance so that we could find a meeting date just over the next couple of months until, like I said, we have someone that can come in and be your primary clerk. But otherwise, I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dawn. We really appreciate everything you've done and wish you the best.
Yep. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I know that we are in very good hands with Marvis as well. You know, so.
Mhm.
Any other comments? Well, I mean, in that case, so let's actually adjourn the meeting. And for today, wish you a wonderful, weekend. We'll see you, in about 2 weeks, I guess. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.